We moved into that house 3 months after my birthday. Old wooden stairs, faded wallpaper, the air smelled like wet soil. My dad joked it just needed love. But the house, it didn't want love. It wanted attention. The first night, I woke up to scratching. Not on the door, not on the floor, inside the wall, inches from my face. Every night at exactly 3:11 a.m., footsteps walked down the hallway. Slow, dragging, like someone whose feet weren't fully touching the ground. One night, I opened my door just a crack. The footsteps stopped, right in front of my door. I held my breath. Then, the doorknob twisted twice, slowly. I slammed it back shut and didn't sleep until sunrise. A week later, my little brother said he heard someone call his name from the basement. We didn't believe him. But that night while we were eating dinner, the basement door opened on its own, slowly, like someone was pushing it from the inside. My mom asked my dad if he didn't lock it. He said he did. Suddenly, the overhead light flickered 3 times, then went out. In the dark, something heavy crawled up the basement stairs. Not walked, crawled. My dad shut the door fast. We didn't talk about it again. My room faced the hallway. Every night, I left my door slightly open so I could see the light from the living room. One night, I woke up thirsty, looked toward the crack in my door, and saw a woman standing in the hallway. She was tall, wearing a long nightgown, her head slowly tilted toward my room, but she had no face, just smooth, pale skin. I froze. She raised her hand and pointed at me, then leaned forward and whispered, "Get out." The lights blinked and she was gone. After that, things escalated. We heard whispers behind the walls, crying in the attic, a humming sound from the vents like someone was singing a lullaby off-key. My brother's toys turned on by themselves. My mom saw someone walk behind her in the mirror. The house wasn't haunted. It was alive. The worst night started calm. We were in the kitchen when the fridge door suddenly swung open, then closed, then opened again. Cabinets began slamming, plates fell, glasses shattered. The lights flickered like a heartbeat. My dad yelled, "Stop!" And for 1 second, everything went still. Then, every cabinet in the kitchen flung open at the exact same time. A cold voice whispered from behind the fridge, "I said, get out." We decided to leave the next morning, but the house wasn't going to let us sleep. At 3:11 a.m., all our doors opened at once. Mine, my brother's, my parents'. Footsteps pounded down the hallway towards us. A woman screamed from the attic. Something slammed into the walls, the floors, the doors. My brother grabbed my hand and shouted, "She's coming!" I looked up. The faceless woman was standing at the end of the hallway. Her neck stretched, her arms twisted. She crawled towards us at impossible speed. We ran, out the front door, into the cold night. Behind us, the house exhaled, like it was disappointed. We never went back inside, but sometimes, in the houses we moved to, I still hear scratching in the walls, and footsteps at 3:11 a.m. I think whatever lived in that house followed us, and it's still waiting for the night we stop running.